You're watching the Adrian Bauer Project. Hello. Many thanks for choosing to click on my thumbnail and to watch my content. Very much appreciated as always. So, as you see from the thumbnail, we're on to vlog number 3 of our Italeri Locomotive BR50 Motorhead Orgasmotron build. Bit of a mouthful, but there we go. So we're on to the next part, as we say, if you've been keeping up with the series. And so far, when it comes to the kit build, everything's been done, built on the kit build. So let me just show you, if I can just lift this up very gingerly on there, because it's not glued on or anything. So this is what it looks like at the minute. This is how far we've got with it. Zoom you around there, and it's all wibbly wobbly. So then I can tell you more about the build. Now we've got so far. So now I'm going to have to take it off the rails. Now that's a little job in itself, and I'll let you tell you all about it when we get to it. But first of all, we've got the coal tender at the back. As I said, a little bit of a faff to build that was, but we got there in the end, and we finally got the wheels on. It's had its coat of black paint, so it will then be weathered. Decals will be added. A little bit, like I say, a little bit of weathering is going to be a little rusty here and there. A little bit of dry brushing to highlight some of the details on it as well. So that's all nice and good, and it's easy enough. That in itself, that goes on the rail that you're given fairly easily, which can't be said about the locomotive. When it comes to getting the wheels to sit on both tracks, you're going to have to do a little bit of fiddling about with them. So as you can see, this is as far as we've got with it now. Before I said I was started to work on the wheels, so this is the wheels and the push rods in situ. As you can see, excuse me, windy pops. The wheels have been painted. They were painted while they were on the sprue. This is going to make life so much easier for you. I was going to do a little bit of weathering on the chassis, but as you can see, the wheels cover 99% of it up. So it's up to you whether you want to do any weathering or not on those parts. Now, I did say in previous videos, I didn't know if there'd be any way you could put a motor in for the wheels to work. Having built this now, I don't think it'd work anyway. The plastic is far too flimsy. If you think of your Hornby railway sets and all that, the plastic on the locomotives is a lot more sturdy than what is on here, and like I say, the chassis is just far too flimsy to have a motor in it. So if you did want to go down putting a motor in it route, I'd say just go out and buy the Hornby version of it. It saves yourself a lot of headache. Right, so when it comes to putting the wheels on, now this is what I would suggest you do. You dry fit the wheels. Now, as you can see there, between each wheel, you've got the brake blocks there. They do have to be glued in, but you have to get the wheel in behind the brake block. So what I'd do, I'd glue in the brake block, and then while it's still got a little bit of movement there, then put your wheel on, but dry fit it. Do not glue your wheel on just yet. So when you've got all those in place, you'll now come to doing the drive rods, and again, dry fit. Don't glue them all in as you're doing it, because you need to get all these little pieces into position, especially that bit there one of the rods is fitted on to a link there on the main middle drive wheel, and you are going to have to, just make sure that they are in the right position before you glue. Can't stress that enough. Also, otherwise, again, you're going to give yourself a major headache. As you can see, I painted the drive rods as well while they're on the sprue. It's going to save you a lot of headache. Can't even get my words out. Was a little bit tricky with these front bits here, because what I'd done, I'd glued the boiler onto the wheels, and you're supposed to put all the wheels and everything in before that. So I did make it a little more tricky for myself than I should have done. But if you follow the instructions, you do it to the letter, it makes it a little bit easier. But there you go. And another thing to look out for, like I said, the wheels, trying to get them in situ on to the rail. Now, as I was finding, let's say you get this side of the train, all the wheels are on the rail, then you turn it round and none of the others are on the rail. So you're going to have to do a lot of pushing and wheedling and trying to get the wheels at the right distance apart, which is another reason why you don't want to glue the wheels on straight away. Try and make sure that you've got them the right distance apart, so both sets the wheels go on the rail, because if you glue them into position before you've done that, then when you come to put it onto the track, it's not going to sit on the track properly. So that's just a little hint there. And as we can see, I have given it its coat of black paint, ready for it to be weathered and decals and everything. So that is all the kit built done. It is a fairly easy kit. I think you'd have to have a couple of kits under your belt before you have a go at this, because there are a couple of bits on there that are a bit tedious, and a bit of knowledge doing other model kits is going to come in really handy for you. So now we've done all that. So if you saw my Facebook picture I put up, I had made a sort of a snowplow effect thing on the front without looking at the picture. I should have really spent time studying that picture, but oops. But no, I was just trying to do it out of my head, and it's a massive failure. So I'm going to go back to the drawing board and I'm going to scratch build it again using some more parts and some plasterboard, some plastic card, so I can get it looking more like that than what mine did originally. Like I said on the previous video as well, it's not going to look identical to that. I'm not that good a modeler. It's just going to be representative and representation of it. And then, of course, we'll be going in with the air dry clay to make the war pig. So that will be, I don't know if that's going to be the next video. I may very well just go and weather and decal definitely this before I do anything else, and probably weather and decal on that, then get a varnish on it so everything's protected, and then I'll probably work on, well, I'm going to work on the snowplow bit first. I'll get that into place, get that painted up, and then I can work on the war pig thing at the front. And of course we've got the two side panels as well. They've got to have the Ace of Spades logo around them, because, oh, like I said, good catch, because that nearly landed on the model. Oops. Like I said, if you don't really take much notice of the painting on the front, you'll miss the fact that there is an Ace of Spades on the front of there, so I've got to do that as well. So there we go, that's as far as we've got so far. Makes up a nice little model, when it's painted up like that. Yeah, nice enough little model if you're into locomotives and all that. So yeah, I'd recommend this kit. but you know, be prepared to spend a bit of time on it because it's not as straightforward as it should be. So there we go. That's all it is for today. Hope you all picked up something on that. And like I say, the next one will probably be all the painting, all the weathering and the deckling on that one. So you can see what it looks like. And then that'll give me just a clear road ahead to scratch building all the other parts. So hope you enjoyed that one, and let's see you on the next one. Many thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe to my channel and to ring the little notification bell.